All right, so after wrapping up yesterday's update, we got some breaking news concerning the whole Adidas Yeezy situation. Now, the last official major update that we got from Adidas was that they were sitting on roughly a little over $200 million worth of Yeezy releases, which were just sitting in a warehouse somewhere collecting dust. They did mention that they plan to drop those pairs sometime in 2024. The exact date and the specific pairs that were planned to drop was currently unknown until yesterday, as it was reported by Soul Retriever that they had actually access to an internal Adidas document which showcased a plethora of releases planned for the duration of the month of June. So this was major. We also got some updates from Sneaker Insider Brandon over on Twitter, where he noticed some unusual activity on the back end of Adidas server, as it looks like they were loading up several SKUs, as apparently they're preparing for this major big drop. So while we're all sitting around waiting to see which pairs would be dropping, it looks like Sneaker News, they went ahead and jumped the gun and actually leaked that internal Adidas document showcasing a whole bunch of releases which begin coming up on Monday, June the 3rd. So we're gonna breeze through these real quick. For the 350 V2s, we got the red stripe alongside the flax, beluga reflective, dazzling blue, salt. For the Yeezy 500, we got the blush, utility black, granite, ash, bone white. For the 700s, we have the salt pair come in. For the 700 V2, we got the statics. For the 700 V3s, we got the safflower, fade salt, copper fade. And for the Yeezy desert boots, we have the rock and oil pair come in, and we have a restock of the power fades in the simple brown colorway. For the Yeezy slides, we have the flax, bone, and salt colorway come in. And for the knit runner, we have the faded azure, sulfur, fade indigo. For the Yeezy basketball knit, we're gonna see the glow pair coming. And for the Yeezy foam runner, we're gonna see the mist pair restocking in adults, infants, and big kid sizes. So all of these are just for the day of June 3rd. And then coming up on June 4th, we got the 350 V2 Zebra classic that people will eat up every time Adidas drops them. For the slides, we have the Pure dropping on the 4th. For the foam runners, we have the Cinders dropping on the 4th. And then on June 6th, we have the Knit Runner Boot Sulfur. That's a nice pair right there. For the 350s, we got the Pirate Black Classic OG 350 V1s. For the 350 V2s, we have the blue tints. All of those pairs are dropping on the 6th. And then coming up on June 10th, for the foam runners, we got the MX Carbon and MX Granite. For the Yeezy Slide, we got the Onyx Granite pairs dropping in kids, infants, and adults. For the Yeezy Foam Runner, we got the Onyx pair dropping in full family sizing. And as well for the Yeezy Slides, we got the Pure pair. So pretty much every Yeezy Slide looks like it's coming on the 10th. And then for the 11th, we got the Insulated Boot Khaki. Now, that's a nice pair, and I don't think we've ever seen Adidas actually restock those. Also on the 11th, we got the Foam Runner Sand, and to finish off the 11th, we got the Turtle Doves Classic OG 350 V1s. And then to finish things off, it looks like the last day of scheduled releases coming up on June 13th. They're gonna end things off with the 450 Slide, the OG cream colorway, the only 450 Slide colorway that we've ever seen released. And then for the foam runners, they have the Desert Sand dropping. And then to finish everything off, as it looks like the last release on this memo would be the iconic Yeezy 700 V1 Wave Runner. So that was a whole bunch of releases. It looks like we have over 50 SKUs loaded up to drop here in the month of June. So this is actually amazing, man. A crazy way to see this iconic collaboration go out. Now, as far as stock numbers, all of that stuff is unknown. So we'll just have to wait and see once these pairs load up. So it looks like all of these releases are planned to actually drop via the Confirmed app. And while everybody's celebrating all of these pairs releasing, it looks like we got a huge update once again from Soul Retriever, which it looks like they actually have more releases planned. And not only are these pairs dropping on the 3rd, it looks like Adidas actually, according to Soul Retriever, plans to start these releases coming up on May 27th. So starting off on the 27th, they have additional releases planned, including the Yeezy 500 Supermoon Yellow. We got the 350 V2 Static, the 700 V1 Analog, the 700 V2 Vanta, a good classic, the 700 V2 Tefra, the 700 MNVN or minivan, the black colorway. We got the 700 Utility Black, the Desert Boot Salt. Now that's a good one that we haven't seen come back in a while. The Yeezy Foam Runner Sulfur, Foam Runner Stone Salt, Clay Taupe 700 in Flame Amber, a good 700 V1 colorway. The 380 Alien Blue Reflective, the Yeezy Slide Ochre, 350 V2 MX Oat, the Quantum High Res Orange. That was a pair that I wasn't able to get my hands on when they dropped last year. We got the Quantum Onyx, the Dazzling Blue, I guess in kid sizes. That's the 350 V2. We got the 450 Cloud White, the 350 V2 Carbon Beluga, the 450 Stone Teal, Yeezy Slide Slate Marine, the Yeezy Slide Azure, remember those blue ones? We got the Yeezy Foam Runner MX Cinder, the 500 Tactical Boot Sand. Now, I feel like out of everything, that's probably gonna be the only new pair that we see dropping, for this drop list. We got the Yeezy Foam Runner Carbon, the Foam Runner Stone Onyx, the Yeezy 950 Pirate Black Boot. So those are what we're gonna see dropping coming up May 27th, and then the rest of the releases, which we already covered, are gonna be dropping through the duration of June. So it looks like we got over 50 pairs apparently loaded up for release. As far as the stock numbers, I would say based off the fact that Adidas claims they have a little over $200 million worth of pairs remaining with over 50 styles to drop, I would say stock numbers are probably gonna be very limited. And it's crazy enough that Adidas is still sitting on a lot of these pairs. I can't believe that these joints have been just sitting around for years like this. So a lot of pairs scheduled to drop. Now, I do want to warn everybody to take all of this information with a grain of salt, because once again, we got to take things back to Sneaker Insider Brandon over there on Twitter. Now, after all of this information leaked, he then provided a crucial update saying that Adidas has pulled every Yeezy from their calendar. So that's absolutely crazy. He said, I don't know if that's because they're moving, canceling the release, or they just didn't want the info out. Any list you see may change, and no SKU posted should be expected to restock until it loads on Adidas confirmed app. So I don't know what's going on. As we mentioned, these SKUs were all loaded up to the back end of Adidas, but then once all of this information leaked and it was going viral all over the internet, it seems like Adidas either maybe canceling the release, postponing it, changing things up, or maybe they're just removing everything. That way people can be a little surprised. Maybe they didn't want all of this information going out. Maybe it takes away from some of their upcoming releases that they got planned, and they kind of want to do this thing a little bit low key, under the radar, or anything like that. So as far as these drops, it's looking like this will be the end of an era, as it looks like this will be the official last Adidas Yeezy drop. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think it's absolutely crazy. As for me, I'm pretty much not checking for anything, as all of the pairs are just gonna be restocks of joints that I already got. So I'm not too hype on it, but I am excited to see this go out with a bang. And hopefully this is cool for some of the people that weren't able to get some of these joints throughout the years. But I would just say with no energy, without Ye co-signing everything like that, it's really not that exciting for me personally. And it's just really like a whole sign off for the whole Adidas Yeezy thing. So I guess this will be the end of the saga, or you could say soap opera, as we've seen this thing go through a whole bunch of twists and turns. But it looks like it will be ending with a huge blowout sale, as it looks like Adidas looks to unload all of the remaining inventory. So as far as the future of Yeezy, we know Ye's been doing his thing independently, and behind the scenes we're starting to see some very interesting rumors starting to pop out in regards to the future of Yeezy. But of course, we'll save that for a future update, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, as apparently rumor has it that Ye has a major release planned sometime this year, which could rival these Adidas Yeezy drops. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please help support the channel by dropping a thumbs up. So I'm JA, make sure you guys stay safe. Just want to check in with y'all, because this is a crazy major update, one that I think a lot of you guys will appreciate here, getting this information out. So salute guys, stay safe, stay blessed. We'll be back with our regularly scheduled programming tomorrow, but in the meantime, I'm out, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Love.
So I won't tell you that.